will request 14.
So, I told myself I probably wasn't gonna film myself playing a game ever again, but I saw this, and, it spoke to me, so, yeah, this is Job Hunting 9000 Deluhx. Oh boy. I feel the moist air clamming up my body. I'm awake again. I turn from my bedside to a room scattered with used Tupperware and scrapped documents. Is Are we not allowed to say Tupperware? Is that like a looks like I'm alive to see another day. Maybe I shouldn't be so disappointed about the fact. I live a good life. I glance again at my surroundings. Well, kind of. Despite how stuffy my body feels, everything still feels so distant. Ugh, my entire body feels so heavy too. I should probably just call in sick. I'll just email my boss telling him I'll be having an off day. I'm failing to remember my passcodes though. I've always had a shabby memory. That's right. My name is... Let's just go with Lynn. Something simple. Yeah, I'm Lynn. How the hell did I forget? Wait, what kind of cool parents even name their kid Lynn? Ugh, whatever. I type in Lynn3290 at wemail.com. I have several new emails. That's fairly surprising. First one seems to be from my work. Huh. The subject of the email being titled Layoff certainly doesn't bode well for me. Hi, Lynn. You decided your contribution to our company is no longer necessary. As your higher-ups, we have decided to terminate your contract due to a lack of attendance. May you continue to have good job opportunities in the future. Have a nice day. Right before me, the first email I see is from my boss. Indeed, I had been fired then and there, cold-hearted. Also, what the hell? I had a proper contract with those guys. Plus, I was seriously sick, and only for a few days. Or a few weeks, I guess. But how can they just throw me under the bus whenever they please? And what's with the may you continue to have good job opportunities? That seriously pisses me off. You're the one laying me off. Moreover, why was I being told this via email of all things? Not like I'm in a position to act with any matter of retaliation with the rocky financial life I have, even with a job secured, though. I guess this means I don't have anything substantial to do today. Maybe try getting back on my feet, asking my parents to move back into their house, maybe not. But before I think about any of that, I should check the other few emails I've received. My eyes skimmed down to various contents. Home tech work will begin in 3 weeks. Congrats, you won 9,999,999, and then a emoticon heart. First one is a pleasant update, at least. I desperately need some better insulation in here. Second is expected. I've gotten this one on a weekly basis for over a year now since I clicked a fishy pop-up on a video game piracy website. Ever since then, I've been extra careful about strange links and downloads on the wild west of the internet. Torrents all the way. Remember, kids, if buying isn't owning anymore, then piracy isn't stealing. Third one is, hey, this is new. I open it cautiously. Hi. Is your life in Mother Gunkin shambles, ready to glomp it up? Boy, are you in luck, because I'm here to fix your life and fix you up. Sign up below. What is this? Did my email end up on a weird mailing list for scammers? Triple note. This is way too suspicious. I have to delete this. My determination to close the pop-up continues. Oh god, I clicked it. I really clicked it. Command prompt flashes past me before I knew my screen rose black, affirming all assumptions I had for this being a virus through and through. And after an uncomfortably long wait in darkness, my retinas are assaulted by a flurry of pop-ups overriding my screen. My heart sinks and I'm frozen in shock after jolting out of my seat. The tentacolor frenzy soon morphs into a pathetic glitch and grossly saturated blue screen, with a small trail of smoke rising from the back of the computer. All I can do is stare in disbelief and panic. Amidst the panic, I hear a knocking sound through my apartment. Out of all the possible times someone could be at my door, that actually scared me a little bit. It could be important, so I don't want to hold them up. My hands are undeniably full, trying not to make this whole building burn down right now. It's most likely to be the guys installing my installation. I don't want to hold them up. I let out a wonky yell, hopefully loud enough that whoever is there doesn't decide to preemptively leave. Sorry, give me a moment. Okay. I stumble over to the door as quickly as I can. Sorry for the holdup. My words slow to a halt when I realize no one's at the door. I take a moment to look around the corner, coming to the conclusion that they might have just up and left. The isolation of the hallway is almost a little unnerving after such loud knocking. I wobble back to my living room to check on my computer again, praying it hasn't worsened in my absence. And then I see it. Oh my god, it's horrifying. You know, it's got that face only a mother could love if that mother was blind in one eye and half blind in the other. There's a guy in my bedroom, an eye-bleeding, multicolored guy. Hi. How did you... I'm your designated robot vampire spirit, who's your boyfriend's name? I mean normal human guy thing. Come down from above to fix your soy boy problems. I'm lost for words. My computer dies and I'm something broken in my house. There's only been one thing after another this morning. Just barely parse the situation up nervously inquiring. Who are you and why are you in my house? Didn't I just explain that? Come on, up to the time, really. What? Did you know that statistically you're about to be the third most pathetic guy in my country? Giving me a huge headache. Can you answer me for a second? Sure, you have documents here. Let's see. 1,000 reasons why you deserve a guardian angel, demon, prince, robot, vampire, spirit, future boyfriend. Your job was pathetic, your parents hate you, you're about to be homeless, you're an Osu player, porn addiction, and you're bitchless until now. Well, bastard, so to speak. That definitely was a lot of work. Wait, until now? That's right, I'm gonna make you bitchful until your life is better, silly ass. Anyway, possible. This guy's strange, immediately suspicious, for just about every reason. I think I have questions before I want to do anything or want anything to do with you. First thing I asked for the last time, how'd you get into my house? The addition never reveals the secrets. Okay, now I'm really done with you. Wait, didn't you have more questions to ask? Well, I can't say I'm not curious enough to inquire further. I have a lot of questions. Firstly, how are you talking like that? It's like the way you talk is a direct real-world equivalent of the email I just got. I'm mostly perplexed that you can't believe to emote icon in real life. That's up to you to find out. Intensely untrustworthy and ominous. Thanks. Okay, then, what about the whole, signal my hands from head to toe of the body? I don't think I'm understanding. We try to start with something a little more specific. What's with the horns? Horns? Those aren't horns, they're cat ears. Yup, cat boys are super in these days. I'm lucky. There's two sets of double cat boys. Everyone calls the double cat boy. Never siree. I'm glad that's sorted. So this is some kind of elaborate cosplay. What character are you cosplaying exactly? I'm my own man, you know, not some mischievous impersonator. So the getup is just to distract people enough while you intrude to their homes with their paralyzed just got it. No, I really do just look like this, you know? Fine. Wait, what even is your name? Don't say thy name in... Okay, finally, the music stopped. Don't say thy name in vain. What? I mean, my name is Guy. Normal guy. Yes, I'm a normal guy, yes, sir. I don't believe that I have to say. Yeah, you're right, it's not my real name, sorry. My real name is actually, XX underscore Yowitron 9000XX. Okay, wait, he somehow spoke with so much shame in his voice that I don't even doubt it. Wow, I suddenly understand why you lied about your name then. Anyways, I'm lit, and I think I'll just call you Yowitron, not any other player text. Pet names already, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and call you MC. That'll be my pet name for my new pet. What on earth does MC stand for? flirting with me? Come on. I know there's room for no me dating you. As per my delectable scented email from my online broker, just loosen up a bit, will you? Hold on, let me get this straight. Always a bad idea. Don't interrupt me, please. So I was saying, so your email was in fact supposed to be a boyfriend program as opposed to a general life assistance program? Well, if you say it so outright like that, I get a little bit embarrassed. Sorry if this is awkward, but I don't technically need a partner right now. Definitely far less than I need a job at least. So I might have to ask you to leave my house wherever the hell you got here. I just got here, can't I? Maybe I can help you in whatever other way you like, and also be a date at the same time. I mean, I guess I'd be fine with that. Awesome. How do you want me to help you out? Let's see, I guess you can help me get back on track with the job, and yeah, that'd be all good. The job? Where? I don't know. All this is your idea. Shouldn't you be the one deciding this stuff? You better not complain if you don't like my ideas, then. I'm sure just about anything you can. Jobless, not icky. And it's a day. Well, I guess this is happening. Whatever this is. Whoever this is. I'm way too caught up on the emotions all this to process it, but I don't have the worst feeling about it. Maybe I'm overacting a little bit about being able to hang out with a weird, tall cosplayer twink. Even if he does seem insane. Oh well, I don't exactly have any options here. Also, before we go, I should discuss the pricing of the program. This costs money. Do I even have enough for whatever this program costs? So, I'd say for everything I'm doing, this whole thing totals to that many smackaroons. And by smackaroons, you mean dollary dues, of course. You're joking, right? I don't know what would be funny about it. 3482? However much you just asked me, I don't think I could ever pay off my whole lifetime. I don't even have a job right now. Yeah, but I'll get you one. I doubt it'll be one that can pay off a debt like that. Isn't there any other option I can use? I suppose there's one other favor you could do for me. Oh, thank God. I want your organs. Hey, listen, this isn't the time to be joking. It's not funny. There's no bruises. Your vitals are just delectable to me. I need them. Especially your eye. I have a gaping feeling in my body that I need to fix. A personal craving perpetuated by a void unfulfilled. And your eye's just the most beautiful eye I've seen in all my years. When I first saw you, I just knew I couldn't go for anything different. Hold up, are you legitimately threatening me right now? What are you gonna do? Tell the police a vampire robot prince materialized in your apartment and vaguely implied mutilation? Ah, the classic no one's gonna believe you gambit. Gotta love it. I'm so baffled by his hubris that I can't help but be at a loss for words. I feel tension rise as his tone shifts unnaturally and erratically in ways I can't predict. We both pause for a second as he seems lost in thought. Well, since you're kinda sorta cute, here's the deal. If you're in any trouble for me, I'll spare you. How's that sound? This isn't really something I do very often to anyone, so I suggest you take this opportunity graciously. Jesus, he's really not making any other option I could have made sound particularly desirable. Well, if this is my best bet of survival, I'll take it. Then it's a deal. No need to worry, buddy. You're in good hands. Good, 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 good. Yowitron pulls my hand towards him and shakes it with excitement, seeming to burst from his every pore. I feel the metal of his prosthetic fingers slightly piercing into my palm, which stinks, and I feel my own desperation can be smelled from a mile away. I presume that's precisely why this guy is here in the first place, huh? This is now officially mission Job Hunting 9000 Deluxe. Jesus. Hey, don't stress about it, okay? Consider it a favor from you to me. Well, unless you're unable to make this a worthwhile experience from me. Well, any possible good feeling I had about this is definitely soured by now. Maybe more than soured, more like rotted in the back of a food waste bin for a solid week and pulled back out to be thrown onto the floor. This guy's batshit insane. What kind of person acts like this? I get the impression that I'm in a situation where I don't have much power as I think I do, even if I alert legal forces. Alas, this is the situation I'm in, and I don't see any other way to get out of it than working, and I suppose he did offer to help with said work. I had to take a break because I needed to moisten my throat. Okay, but we're good now. Despite having woken up to another very much real and tangible day, I'm still flabbergasted to realize this guy is also as real as tangible as he could possibly be. You look shocked. What's wrong? Well, a lot is wrong, but as a starter, truth be told, your less than human attributes are really off-putting. Whether or not it's real or cosplay. Is it the dog tail? I can chop off the dog tail. What? No, I don't do well with gore. I don't want that. Maybe you shouldn't have been playing this game then. This isn't a game, man. We're playing this route. Oh, okay. My body almost collapses just from the sharp change in atmosphere. Hot air fills my lungs so fast I feel like I'm suffocating. Now this feels like home. Alright, buddy, I have backstage over here, so you don't have to know that around these parts it's very overpopulated with very small employment rates. What does that say? I'm wide-eyed and I feel like I'm a scared animal in these surroundings. Am I in hell? Am I dead? Or am I hallucinating? You're just the first step in a larger hallucination. Ah, come on, the weird look on your face is really becoming a downer. Shouldn't you be happy? I got you a job, that's what you wanted. He grabs my hand and grabs me across the droughted, rocky paths seemingly forever until we end up with an unsettling industrialized building. Surprisingly, it's colder than the outside, but it's certainly far more humid. I look around. Describing the setting as unwelcoming is an understatement. One corner hosts a meat grinding machine, another a line of unidentified corpses lined up with chains pierced into them. I gag at the sight of it alone, let alone the smell which almost brings vomit to my mouth. Well, off you go, buddy, considering this important for life, so as long as you don't screw up. Travis cut up all this meat correctly, and yeah, there's more instructions on the wall. Hi, can I ask what kind of meat this is? As soon as he was here, he left, without a word to answer my query. With nothing else to do, I investigate the instructions posted quite modestly against the towering concrete wall. In case of an emergency, and then the Mandelbrot set. This is bullshit. I decided to reluctantly inspect the line of corpses in spite of my lack of training. Each mass of flesh is strewn almost as if woven together into a larger amalgamate. I don't even want to think about what it used to be. Even more than that, I'm especially disgusted at the thought of touching it with my bare hands. Do I have to? Do it. I'm not one to back down from mistakes that are, like, 60% my fault. But remembering my own life possibly being on the line, the horror of the thought pushing me to try apathetically get my hands dirty. I still feel sick. The corpses are heavy, and remind me just how human these things used to be. I think so anyways. Whatever the implication is, it's probably gruesome either way. Well, whatever. I throw all the bodies into the meat grinder. It sloppily churns the meat, spraying blood everywhere. It gets all over my body, and I flinch in disgust. But I know that I need to thicken my skin, so I avoid flinching the preceding time. Then I do it again. And again. Losing track of time makes it easier to get lost in your work. The sensation of someone watching me is faded without me even noticing. He's gone and I'm alone. Just me and my thoughts in this meat machine. Being in literal hell for so long doing low bar dirty work tends to leave your mind in dark places. Specifically places of spite. I was sick of this after all. I didn't ask to sign my life away to eternal labor. For the longest time I had no control over my life. That changes today. I've become quite strong from this extensive labor. I know just how to put that to my advantage. That's right, it's Demon Man time. Well, that explains the Doom music. Nothing in eyeshot was safe from my wrath. My footpath turned to a long, gory painting of splayed organs and humanoid features with agonized expression. Any expression at all. My prestige increased more and more too, making me more than just a mortal the more souls I fought through. I was becoming a demon lord, god to some. I was unstoppable. I even got an H-cup demon girlfriend at one point, but I'm gay, so that didn't last very long. However, after years of murder sprees, I was growing so dissatisfied. I had to challenge something on my own level. The guy who brought me here in the first place decided to find me. It had been so long that I could hardly even remember his name anymore, though. What was it? XX Yonkeltron XX? Gay Rights 420? Yeah, it's past me. Not like I care that much. Just go the brute force way, attacking every demonic force and raiding every torture chamber in this world until it holds life no longer, one by one. I would stop at nothing until I found him. And soon enough I would. Looking at him just standing there like nothing, shit-eating bastard. Oh my god, it's you! How's your life going? Got it and steal your eye, huh? Shut up, I'll kill you. Whoa there, Buster, let's not get too cocky. This is so cute though. This can be your enemies to lovers, kawaii luck, you'll really fall for. Not being able to stand a second more of his voice, I charge at him going for the kill. Yet as if already predicting my move, he dodged without sweat. You wanna make it like that? Alright, I'll give you what you want. Go to hell! We both charged at each other, clashing and shedding blood like our lives depended on it. Categorically speaking, it was unfathomably cool. Maybe not as cool when you're the one getting beat up for eternity, but I digress. Though as time passed further and further, I began to realize this was a total stalemate. Damn. I can't say I'm as mad about it as the average person, though. I've grown acquainted with fighting as a sport at this point, so I can appreciate duking out for all eternity more than the average mortal. At least I'll look unbelievably sick while I'm doing it. And that was one ending. I don't like that one. I'm gonna try and get a better ending. Okay, well, curiosity got the better of me, and I just wanted to know what happens if I do know. I know I wanted a job, but this is clearly way too much for any normal person's stomach. I just can't bring myself to do it. Hey, Yowie-tron, I changed my mind and I'm dealing with this. My voice bounced across the room to no response. Are you still here? Weird, considering it's my first day on my job. I kinda expected he would have just been watching over me from the shadows or something. I once again attempted to glean a response from him. We can just find another job for you, and I just really don't want to touch those corpses or meat slabs, or like, whatever they're supposed to be. No response again. Where the hell did he go? Maybe he's waiting outside, or God forbid he wandered off and just left me here. The latter honestly makes more sense, considering his untrustworthy demeanor. I have no choice but to take a deep breath and re-enter the harsh hellscape to examine the exterior for any sight of the guy. With nothing but vast stretches of maroon inside, I take initiative to wander a little myself to see where he went. Sure would be lording around the stench of blood and rust all day. I meander around and around for an indefinite period of time. Too long, actually. I realize my mistake just as I get cold enough feet to just decide to retrace my steps. When I turn around, the building is completely out of sight. I don't recognize my surroundings either. A cold sweat runs down my face. By this point, thoughts are starting to race through my mind. I'm beginning to realize how dire this is. I choke on the humidity of the air, trying to call out his name. Yowie-tron? I walk for seemingly miles. My feet begin to tremble. Thoughts are racing through my mind. I shouldn't have left. I'm too far out. There's no way he's here. Anyone? The heat is really starting to get to me. My legs begin to give out on me and I collapse on the ground. How much time has passed? I don't know. This is it for me. This is what it feels like to die with no one to even notice. I already feel like a corpse. There's nothing I can do now besides accept my fate. Yeah, it's over. I've accepted it. This is how it ends. I'm just waiting for Mother Nature to have enough mercy to be quick about it. Do not worry, Lynn. I was actually here the whole time. I was just raffling with you, trolling if you would. What? I can hardly get any words and I'm choking under the pressure and heat. I was kind of anticlimactic there. I'm sorry. I can't even think enough to form any coherent sentence. I feel like death. My thoughts are washing away as my conscience does. Something is poking me. My fade back into consciousness completely disoriented. Goodness gracious me, can you wake up already? We need you for story development, goodness. God, where am I? I'm having a party at my igloo. Everything around me is nearly indecipherable from itself, bathed in an unfamiliar assortment of reds as far as the eye can see. Just kidding, it's my house. Sorry it's too early for me to be bringing you. I just got so excited. Where am I? Feels like I'm in someone's vitals or something. Funny you say that. Okay. Let's play a game. You gotta guess what organ this is. Are you sure? Are you telling me I'm in some massive organism right now? I shake off the feeling as I try to get a better look at my surroundings. It looks like there's a lot of red, pulsating mass. This might be the worst time to have failed secondary school biology. Think time to guess. I guess wrong, am I dead? I'm gonna guess the stomach. Because getting dissolved would be funny. Stomach. A Freudian. I'm just gonna ignore whatever implications there are. I'm responding with that. I tell you, Lynn, playing with you is a real. I have a feeling it's gonna be a dandy old time with you here. With me here, hell, am I staying in wherever this is? Show me to the door. Yeah, about that. Yaoitron pulls out a long line of paper you seem to have printed off a fax machine. Eviction notice. You are evicted. You have no bitches. Do not return to your past residence for anything except crucial belongings. If you do not come back to us within 5 days, we will auction off all your belongings. Talk about paraphrasing if I've ever seen. Where'd you get that? Your house? Can you let me go back to my house? You should at least let me go back and get my quote-unquote crucial belongings. It can't have been 5 days already since you found that notice. You seriously underestimate how long you were conked out for, big guy. Oh god. See, next time someone is letting you be their guest at their home, be a little more grateful next time, please. Sorry. It's okay. Well, anyways, get comfy. This is a difficult request to fulfill, given the environment. It's incredibly pungent, and the floor's texture makes it feel like I'm inside of someone. Is this a place you've come to often? What are you talking about, silly? It's my house! There's literally nothing here, though. You seriously live like this? It's called a male living space, you small-minded fuck. Well, sure, but do you not even have anything recreational? Any consoles, at least? Console? Video games. Well, Yaoitron is fiddling his fingers cartoonishly. Tip you guys, I don't know any other games besides the one we just played. Do you know any? Maybe Ostu, I guess? Is that an acronym? It's this rhythm game where you, like, tap circles, but then also sometimes you also tap balls. Why would you need to do that when you can just tap balls in real life? I'm 100% going to die here. Sooner than anticipated, perhaps. My constitution has been poor ever since my arrival in hell. Despite being escorted to a safer place, I haven't recovered very much, as I fail to maintain my composure. I find myself drifting off again. Where am I? It's so quiet. Oh, there's Yaoitron. Let's have a picnic, MC. It's so scenic here. You brought the basket, didn't you? Yeah. I pull out a basket from my pocket. You know what I've always wanted to do? What? I want to get fed some yummy grapes by hand. Doesn't that sound nice? I chuckled. What are you, some kind of Roman emperor? Leering my hand into the basket, I expect to pull out a branch of grapes. But, all I can grasp onto is a handful of knickknacks, none of which I could recognize as particular objects. As I continue to attempt to find anything of use for my bag, my frantic motions increase, turning from impatience to frustration to exasperation. All I'm pulling out is a strange, useless junk I can't recognize at all. It's like I'm in some kind of clown's routine with a magic bag. Yaoitron continues to stare at me expectantly. I'm too absorbed to look back. Are you in? What? What was just happening? I'm kicked out of my haze when an unfamiliar voice calls out. We're not the only one in here, I can feel it. I can't quite make out the figure, but it seems to be a girl. Hi, Yaoitron 9000. Hi. She glances at me without seeming to have much concern for my state of illness. Still, I decide to keep quiet for a moment and just eavesdrop on the conversation. I don't understand why you're keeping that guy here. Seems like an invaluable asset. Gee, thanks. What's about calling me an asset? You don't understand, Baki's ultra fucking sugoi. You're only saying he's invaluable because you don't like men. Yeah. But also, his eye does also mostly take my fancy. I don't see many particularly standout qualities to them, besides being beady and just juicy. So why'd you want me here again? Do you like my company? Not particularly. After a few seconds of silence and her scanning the room for any reason to say, she probably bids her goodbyes, and the scenery is back to being exactly how it usually is. That was weird. Who was that? Oh, I forgot you're still here. Did you hear any of that? Nope. That was my BFF, Yaoitron666_. That name is very oddly similar to yours. You're related or something? No, but you must hear about my drawn-out and ruthless backstory of poverty, action, crime, and romance, where you can truly understand the significance of our friendship. I mean, I don't really need the full explanation, just a brief sentence synopsis of how you guys... It all started when I was a wee lad. Oh boy. I was just a mere grub, or perhaps less than a grub. Despite being a spawn just like many others in the same room as a mother grub, they all treated me as a Lester for my pathetic, wrinkly, slimy skin. With growing tensions, I was eventually kicked out of the warm, humid comfort of the hive into the cold, brutal earth. I was thrown out, sopping wet, cardboard box, Well, that's all. Get back next time for the next Nola tidbit. Be on time. Well, that was incomprehensible. Didn't even say anything about his relation to the girl. I hadn't really set in for me because I've been sitting still all day, but it's just starting to settle in how long it's been since I've eaten. Yowie-tron? What's up? I'm starving. Do you have anything for me to eat? Wow, have we already come this far? If you insist. Yeah, I'm trying to leave my eyes shut a few minutes. I don't really know where you could be storing food in this labyrinth of red slimy surface, so I have no clue what to expect. For some reason, this ground is planted me firmly into the fleshy floor, so it's pretty difficult to get up. It's almost like quicksand, though. It's not triggering any sort of flood or fight reaction in me. I guess I'll just wait until he comes back to see what he's cooking. He's back. His breathing is noticeably irregular. I think he's wincing too. I raise my brow. What happened? Nothing. I'm just really excited to prepare your first meal. Is he gonna whip his dick out? Is that what he's gonna do? Can you close your eyes and say ah? Red flags are immediately going off in my head. Something is definitely wrong. He is absolutely going to whip his dick out. I hate it when I'm right. I'll just keep my eyes open if that's okay. No, you need your eyes closed for the surprise. He's obviously acting more unsteady than usual. His persistence is kind of freaking me out a little. Listen, it's nothing personal, but I just don't know you well enough to eat whatever mystery food you put on my plate. Well, if you aren't going to listen, though, I guess I'll just have to make you eat whether your eyes are open or not. Why do you care so much about them? Without letting me finish, Yowie-tron pins me down. He's being firm, but it still feels like he's trying to avoid being actively rough with me. Even still, I'm taken aback. He's drawing increasingly close. My eyes dart around in a panic at the sudden escalation until suddenly transfixed in horror when I see it. I'm gonna be sick. The blood trailing from it falls on my chest and suspends just above my mouth. It's only getting close and I'm too stunned to do anything. What the fuck? At this moment I realize the black nub where his fifth digit once was. What? Between the imagery of what he would have to do to get to this point, and the overwhelming stench below my nose, I'm pale and completely overwhelmed. My body immediately rejects it and as under my mouth. Something comes back up as soon as it touches my throat. It just causes Yowie-tron to proceed to constrict me further to reduce my struggling. At this point, I can't read his expression. His body mass is on top of me at the point of attempt to hold me down while he manhandles my jaw to stimulate chewing for me, all keeping his other hand firmly on my mouth so it can remain shut. The texture of my mouth is disgusting. The blood is stuck to all the walls of my mouth. There's a feeling of skin and bone that both audibly crunch every time I retract my jaw. This goes on for what feels like forever. I'm not able to swallow the bones, but proves difficult for any of the other components to even navigate down my throat. After some considerable time, he releases me. I fall to the floor and heave out anything inedible left in my mouth. Fuck, why did you do that? I knew you weren't going to eat it if I didn't make you do it. But why that? Why not feed me anything else? I need to go now. I feel too lightheaded and sick to protest further. I curl up and go limp on the ground. Here again, a soft breeze fills the meadow like a cool embrace. Today seems like a good day for a walk. It's nice to be in my own company. The city feels alive and vibrant, even when I can't see any people. The lights of each building flicker ecstatically. And up here I feel at peace with myself. Everything is going to be okay. I take an amble stroll towards the coast. It's one of my most comforting memories, sitting here in the morning with a bottle of water and sand between my feet. Most beaches are packed with people in the daytime, so most people won't know what a pleasure it is to be able to enjoy one all by yourself. Or, well, I guess I'm not all by myself. Am I, Yowie-tron? Of course not. You'll never be alone anymore. It's nice to be able to share these moments with someone. Yowie-tron's gaze shifts in the direction of the sea. I sit down and do the same. The subtle haze of clouds around the horizon line is comforting. Only thinking about the distant ripples makes me feel like I'm in a soothed trance. Warmth envelops my upper body from behind. It's Yowie-tron. His head rests on my shoulder. This comfortable silence is all I've ever wanted. Maybe being with Yowie-tron is all I've ever wanted too. You're such a silly Billy. Pretty sure you're the silly one, you cook. I graze my left hand below his chin and scratch it gently. That tickles. You're ticklish? Yowie-tron's eyes dart around comically. Are you? Do you want to find out? Yes. Yowie-tron grabs me below my arms, wiggles his fingers in my armpits. All I let out is a slight chuckle. Dang it, where's your weak spots, bro? This is my weak spot, my friend. It's as good as you're gonna get. I lay my head on the sand. I wasn't a popular kid, but if there's one thing I had, it was definitely the upper hand in tickle fights. I don't know why I find that as admirable as I do. Me neither, but it was a nice part of my life. I haven't really had it easy, so I tend to fix it on those pigeonholed memories to cope with my circumstances. Oh, I get that. I love to think about my best memories, too. What are your best memories? Slaying Evilus the Destroyer, obliterating Cerebus, annoying Dominath the Badass the Third. Huh, makes sense. I think I'm starting to grasp what you're all about. You're kinda crazy, but there's a charm to it. You're too nice to me. I close my eyes and continue to reminisce on childhood memories. I can't help but smile. It feels good to look back on my life fondly. I feel a strong sense of contentness. What a nice nap. I feel surprisingly refreshed. Even the humidity isn't bothering me right now. Yaoitron seems to have returned by the time I'm awake, though he seems a little nervous for some reason. He's staring at me as if trying to read my expression. Hey, MC. Hey, Yaoitron. Is everything okay? You were so upset earlier, made me really sad, I don't know. Well, yeah. Yaoitron looks at me with bewit puppy dog eyes, but, I guess he didn't know any better. I have no frame of reference for how much you interact with humans, but I imagine you're not always up to speed on what's socially appropriate. Like, cannibalism. I know for sure that you aren't human at this point, definitely not from the way you taste. I'm trying to make light of the situation a little to alleviate the tension. I think Yaoitron appreciates my efforts. Just silly Billy, saying all these silly things. It's kind of funny, you said the same thing so I think I lost my train of thought. I think I was going to tell you about a dream, but I guess it's already slipped my mind. Oh yeah, weren't you telling me a story about how you became friends with a girl or something? No, the next load-up isn't ready yet. Well, when will it be ready? It's time. I was on the verge of death, about to real life die. Sobbing wet on the sidewalk, crushing stuff, really. That is until I was picked up by a kind soul, a little girly pup. She brought me to shelter and taught me warmth like a very small mother. But most importantly, she showed me something beautiful. Beautiful. That's right, 2 words. Can you guess which ones they are? Unhinged tyranny? Boys. Love. It was at that moment that I knew my true calling in life. I would still say that would be unhinged tyranny. And so I took upon myself to walk into the great big world and achieve all my goals. It was that moment that I got squashed under the wheel of a wagon. But fear not, for I was isekai'd. To hell, I mean. I got isekai'd to hell. Now this is just sad. Is I even alive now? No need to get ahead of ourselves. I'd really not mind an abridged version, but hates to stop and smell the roses. It's mostly that I've been pretty bored sitting around here all day. Wish you had a few enrichments for me so I had something to do besides stare at the ceiling. We can play patty cake. I'll pass. Get happy, will it? Right. Yaoitron storms out of the area, tears cartoonishly gushing from his eyes. I guess I struck a nerve. I'll probably have to apologize when he's back. My boredom is really getting to me. I think I've been unconscious most of the time I've been here. Must be some sort of survival mechanism so I can store my energy while having eaten so little. On top of that, I somehow feel as if I'm deeper in the fleshy floor than I was a few days ago. Maybe by about a few inches? I haven't really had a reason to get up, so that probably explains it. Honestly, I feel kind of bedridden. I'm definitely not suited to this environment. I ruffle my tail grumpily and pout. What was that? There's something knocking at the flesh entrance. Surely it's not Yaoitron. He just invited himself in. Who on earth could it be, and what business would they have? Open it? Fuck it. If there's someone here knocking, there's a chance they can even help me with a precarious situation. It's not like this is comfortable, and Yaoitron certainly isn't doing anything to help with that. For all I know, I'll be stuck here for eternity if I don't take matters in my own hands. I reach out and grab at the flesh lumps of the door to pull them towards me, revealing the silhouette of a strange figure. They're an off-colored scene kid? Molgoth? Alien? Yaoitron 9000? Oh, there was only a weird little man here. How disappointing. I'm the weird one? Excuse me, small human. Doth thou know thine whereabouts of Yaoitron? Who are you? Why? I am the mighty Dominath Badass Third. Here on my request of my number one rival. I see. Incidentally, Yaoitron isn't here right now. He's on some mysterious trip out today for whatever reason. You're joking. The nerve of that man. Beckoning me to visit while I was very busy trying to serve my time in prison. But he just wanted to bring me here to make me bring my moral record. If not, leaving prison just to make a fool of me. I wouldn't expect anything less of my rival. How did you casually escape prison? I merely teleported away, of course. The more important question is, what is your business here? You are aware of what happens to anything that stays in this viscera prison for too long, correct? No? Ah, you poor, confused soul. If you stay here too long, you will become one with Yaoitron. Excuse me? You and him will be fused, one and the same. It's a procedure for him whenever he wants to suck the life force out of any of his victims, if they prove to have valuable asset for him. I'm a little confused, especially in regards to the body horror implications that seem to be at play here. How do you think he attaches all those assets to his body? Isn't it just cosplay? Good heavens, you truly are naive. The way this guy keeps belittling me like this is kind of pissing me off. Wait, are you by saying this is insinuating that you're not a willing participant, let alone even dead? I mean, I'm kind of just here because I don't have a choice, but it's really stuffy and gross and your Yaoitron never really lets me out. And to be honest, after hearing that whole fusing thing, I consider myself the further thing from a willing participant. My. They look shockingly disgruntled to hear this information, quite surprisingly, considering this person seems to be even more familiar with Yaoitron than I am. I expected them to have a similar level of empathy and tolerance to the same situation, aka 0 empathy and 100 tolerance. I see. That does sound rather unjust. Alas, wouldn't it be even more morally unjust to simply leave you here to be digested like some sort of helpless animal? Perhaps I must abandon my prison duties if it means giving hospitality to your unnurtured soul. Yes, please, thank you. Yes, I would very much appreciate that. Oh, and I nearly forgot to ask your name. I'm Lin. Take my hand, Lin, for I shall save ye if it's the last thing I do. Prepare yourself for the most fantastical teleportation of your lifetime. Surprisingly, wouldn't have been my first. Oh. Okay, off we go. Gah. Where the f did you teleport us? Worry not, fleshy beast. My home is not far from here. We must simply trudge over there. Couldn't you just teleport immediately inside your house? I admit my teleportation skills are far from perfect. I have a habit of merely teleporting to the general area I tend to transmit to, rather than be capable of spawning in a precise position. Because of this, my visit to Yaoitron's accommodation was rockier than I would have hoped. Visualization of this ascetic guy struggling to navigate through the less than palatable environment of hell flashes through my mind. It built some wider context in my mind about how their day must be going. You see, I had the unfortunate happenstance of having to have teleported right in the middle of a lava pit. Yep, poor fellow, I can totally envision it. Luckily, there was nothing like a good trek from one location to another. We sort of meander through the desert ways, me tagging along a small distance behind. They do seem to walk with such a stride that their confidence is a little infectious, in spite of me falling behind. So are you like immortal then? I wish. No one in the universe is truly immortal. Yet ought to keep this in your mind throughout your life if you are to survive in this world. Okay, I don't really see how that being relevant to my, by and large, mundane mortal lifestyle. Though I do have to ask, does such a rule apply to Yaoitron too? It does kind of seem above it all. But of course. It looks sheepishly at me, although I am yet to find said weakness in him. This does not mean I am not trying. My top priority is fully focused on discovering his weak points no matter what it takes. Okay, to be honest, although I appreciate your enthusiasm, I find it incredibly concerning that such a person with enough strength to persevere through lava can't even as much as come up with a single weakness of Yaoitron's. He's certainly a force to be reckoned with, alright? I think I've ever seen his face again. I have my ass kicked in my insides and beyond. Indubitably, my friend. Indubitably. You're a real shitty rival. Ah, home sweet home. The distance is a heart-shaped building surrounded by absolutely nothing but barren wasteland. Feels like if I stepped inside it, I could very as well be greeted with nothing but a variety of similarly cartoonishly oversized, overpriced chocolates. Why is it here? Whatever do you mean? In the middle of a desert. Ah, see, I just wanted to choose an Earth home as similar to my larvahood back home in my homeland as possible. And that's why it's in the middle of a Saudi Arabian desert. Yes, it's so homely, isn't it? Though despite the major aesthetic contrast, I find the house more intimidating than Dominath himself. It's strangely brutalist, in spite of the curves that form the heart shape anyways. So you've got no foot to stand on for yourself, I see. Perhaps I can give you an employment opportunity of some kind? Oh, thank God. Finally I'll be back to a normal enough life with actual income after all this soon enough. Just like I actually wanted in the first place. An opportunity to be my partner. Many exciting, danger-riddled, and treacherous ventures that is very, very employment-y, I say. Oh no, what's wrong? You don't look as enthralled as I expected you to be. It's just that I've just gone through a lot of scary and exciting stuff recently. I sort of just hoped I could get back to the norm. I see. They look troubled. I don't think they've had much of a plan B. Okay, tell you what. I'll try going on these adventures with you, and I'll see if I can cope with the lifestyle. But if I can't, then that's it. How does that sound? Well, that's surely sport. I'm so glad that you're happy to oblige. I promise you shan't regret this. Their overconfidence is very comforting. So what's like the plan? I'm simply thrilled you asked. Our mission is crystal clear. Unlike that slimy Yowie-tron bastard, my sights lie in the pursuit of heaven as opposed to hell. I am only the most perfect out of any moral compass. Eventually God will have no choice but to let me into heaven early for the unavoidable acknowledgement of my decency. I see. So what you've been doing so far to attain this perfect moral compass? Oh, you know, holding doors open, helping grandmothers cross the road, picking up litter, etc., etc. Well, those are nice enough, but I don't think they really feel early heaven. Shouldn't they be more like, ending world hunger, world peace, etc.? Well, since we've no infinite food supply, I suggest we aim for world peace. How do you plan to do that? I must admit that details are somewhat beyond me. How about we just kill a billionaire or something? Are you sure? What the heck, you're the Earthling. I should be trusting your wisdom on the matter. Frankly, I'm on the edge of my seat to get into our venturing uniforms. I promise we do that at the earliest convenience. Well, if you have it on hand, then sure, I guess. But of course I do. But of course they do. Just a troll from Homestuck. Now, as an undercover do-gooder, you must assign yourself a suitable codename number. Codename number? It's not like we can go about an assassination at some level of anonymity, can we? Upon the request, my thoughts drift to your lifetime favorite number. 43,507. I cannot explain my inexplicable endearment to this number. Yet I have known I was destined for it your whole life. I have always been particularly good at icebreakers. Can I be 43,507? Ah, a good choice, my friend. Whoops! Whoops. Return. In that case, I hope you shan't have any issue with me being 43,506. It only makes sense that I should be one place above you as the leader of this hench party. How modest. Well, no time to waste, my dear friend. We got some venture to propose. Hey, so when you said partners, are like any... Are we... You know, is there a romantic implication to that? Not in the slightest. I'm honestly surprised that you gleaned as much from anything I said. Sorry. I've been to a spontaneous romance lusted on me lately, and I just don't really know what to expect at this point. Yes, spontaneous and unsolicited romance. I've certainly noted such a thing as a characteristic of Yowie-tron. Honestly, I'm kind of tired of hearing this guy's name at this point. Let's just go kill a billionaire. Yes, let's. Hi. What the hell are you? Why are you outside my house? We are the Venturing Bros. I thought you were non-binary or something. You could tell that just by looking at me. I don't know, I sense aura. Oh, okay, well, I'm masculine, so you surely must know. Anyways, so I have to kill you now. Oh my god, don't just say that to me, you're crazy. What the? Security? Oh shit. Quick, Dominath, do something. It's not the time to be a pedant. I guess you're right. With one hard bark with her weird wing horn, Dominath bludgeons the billionaire, killing him instantly. We did it. It's at that moment that Dominath is shot dead by security. Predictably enough, I follow soon after. Oh shit. Sorry for your loss, mistress, but at least you can enter his old oil farming business now. Whoa, time to disenfranchise people from third world countries for profit and stuff, I guess. Wow! Somehow that ending felt worse than the one where I was just in a fight, eternal fight with Yowitron. Somehow that felt worse. Okay, so this is probably the last part I'm gonna film for a while, but because my laptop's about to run out of battery, but let's not open the door. If I open the door to just about anyone, it would probably end in disaster, considering I'm in hell right now. I probably shouldn't get in any trouble with anyone I don't recognize. Besides, think if I try to run off with the first person I see, Yaritron's feelings will probably get hurt again. There's silence for a moment and they're knocking a second time. I don't say anything and keep my head low. Hi, I'm back. Were you expecting anyone at the door? Huh? Oh shit. Were they already here? Oh my god damn them, their punctuality. I should look in their stupid face when they realize the only reason meeting with them to waste their time. Now I'm never gonna see it. I'm distraught. Sorry that you missed something? Is there anything I can do to cheer you up? A little wardrobe might raise my spirits. I guess that'd be fine. Yay, story time. Is that what we're calling it now? Once reincarnated in the pits of hell, I was but a sad, squashed grub up to my own devices. Given moral desires and left unfulfilled, you had no choice but to fight. Boom, ka-chow, boo. I had taken on lots of enemies after several hundred years had passed. I didn't take their bodily parts and make my own. I do a lot of experimenting, though. I kind of look indistinguishable for how I looked just 100 years ago. And 100 years ago, I looked indistinguishable for how I looked 200 years ago. Get the gist. So you didn't always look like a Bishonen prince? Well, I guess you could say I've always been aiming for that. It takes a lot of trial and error and replacement limbs so you look the way you want, though. Are you saying most of how you look is just cosmetic? I used to look more intimidating, I guess, but I don't know. I just kind of did whatever once I realized that I was powerful enough without needing parts to reflect that externally. Huh. Wait, you still never told me how this relates to that mystery girl from way back when. Oh yeah, I don't know, I met her like last year. She's my girly pop best friend. I invited her to Cracker Barrel dinners. She never shows up, but that's besides the point. What am I supposed to do with this information? I don't know, bro. You're the one who asked. But I think we're getting sidetracked. Depends on your definition of sidetracked at this point. I argue we're too lost in the sauce for there to be a main route anymore. Well, I mean that to say more like, I think there's a much more important part of the story than just my BFF Yuritron. Because now at this part of the story, I'll finally be able to meet you. Really? Do you think of me as that significant? Of course, I think you're very special to me. Huh. Maybe it's in the intimacy of being literally inside his bodily orifices, the unsolicited flirtation caught me off guard, the sudden omnipresent bedroom music, but I admit I'm a little flustered in this situation. Maybe that says more about me than anything. Well, I'm already in this deep, might as well indulge in getting glued over while I'm stuck here. All I want is for you to relax and enjoy the time you have living together with me. I've been so tense this whole time, really. We should loosen up a little. Make me feel like a terrible host. Sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate anything about your hosting capabilities, even if your home is non-conventional. I guess I can assume you've done the best with the cards you've been dealt. Oh, sweetie, shouldn't you be calling it our home? I guess I don't have anywhere else to call home, so sure. I don't think this is the kind of environment that a human like me is suited to, though, and I mean that with no disrespect, but I don't think I can stay here forever. Can you just stay for a little longer just to see if it grows on you? Don't stress, it'll still be here for as long as I don't have a job. Shit, if I don't have a job, how am I supposed to pay off your debt? Oh, silly, you don't have to worry about it. I've already got a brand new use for you now. What do you mean? Well, for us to meet, it would mean one hole. Now I'm really flustered. I think I've been neglecting to acknowledge just how close he is to me right now, but his face is really is inches from mine. I always figured he had problems with personal space, but a conversation like this flips that context on its head completely. Oh shit. Yowitron pulls his humanoid arm closer until it lands on my chest. Gently resting in place as I'm waiting intently for just a moment. I can feel your heartbeat. Can you feel that reverberating all around us? As he mentioned, I realize the entire room is thumping all around us. I think you can feel mine too, can't you? Yeah, I can. Oh, let's see. Yowitron lays himself down on the floor beside me. Hand still on my chest as the other mechanical side weaves closer towards my forehead, as if to feel the heat of my body. Sharp ends of his fingers slowly prickle me on my forehead. The smooth metallic palm is cold to the touch. It's comforting. I find myself lulled out of my tenseness and into a deep sleep. Is this the billionaire's house from earlier? It's been a slow day, but sometimes it's not a bad thing. I spend it all lounging around the living room. It's Saturday, after all. Nothing lets me unwind better than being holed up with a novel by a fireplace. What a great thing we vouched for a house that provided one. It's a small detail, but the feeling for the flickering warmth is one you can't replace. Perhaps it's just nostalgia talking, though. The association of a fireplace as a place of comfort and safety has been deep-seated in me since childhood. The voice from the other room makes me perk up. Food's ready. I placed down my novel and realized I could finally have been starving all evening. Pleasantly surprised by the wafting aroma as I approached the dining room. How'd you cook my favorite for tonight? Tuck her up. Just as I figured, it's a delectable-looking comfort meal comprised of toad in the hull, a healthy dose of peas on the side. Salt up, healthy dose of gravy all over, of course. 4 sausages, huh? You're just really not when you're not go hungry. Of course not. Don't you trust your husband to take good care of you? Of course I trust you. Why would I make you my husband if I didn't? Or at least I definitely trust you to make good food. I test the waters by taking a bite. Wow, your cooking is really good. Of course it is, silly. I made it with my love for you. Now say Yowie-tron offers a fork to my mouth, and I enthusiastically gulp it down. He seems really happy about it. I continue to enjoy my meal, with Yowie-tron intermittently offering pieces of food to my mouth. You finished your whole meal. I'm so proud of you. Can I give you good boy pets? I'll oblige. Yowie-tron squidges my head affectionately, then squishes my face and plays with my horns. You're a really affectionate guy. I never had anyone touch me like this until I met you. I just want to show you how much I like you, that's all. I return the favor and reach out to Yowie-tron's hand and play with his hair. He reacts by making a purring noise, or is it a whirring noise? Wow, he's really lulled by this. You might not assume much as seeing him sitting perfectly upright in the middle of the room in such a stilted fashion, but I've familiarized myself with Yowie-tron and understand these quirks of his. That is to say, you're already asleep, aren't you? Yep, I can tell from a mile away these days. Yowie-tron is, just as likely to fall asleep standing upright as he is to fall asleep on the floor. One lazy eye, the other fully open. I've seen it before. But I have to let him rest after he put so much effort to make such a nice dinner. Get on my tiptoes to give him a peck on the cheek and let him have his peace in his slumber. Another weird dream. I was aching with hunger before some of the feelings have been quelled. Hey, Yowie-tron. Hey, MC. I keep having these weird dreams with you in them. Oops. I know something that stops me in my tracks when I'm looking at Yowie-tron's hand. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Yowie-tron? Where's the rest of your fingers? What did you do? This is... oh my god. I'm losing my mind if I stay here any longer. These dreams and the fingers and... dreams. What about dreams? Are we already sleeping? Huh? Am I enveloped with the presence of natural scenery, or is it closing in on me? I think I need to get out of this place. I struggle to force my body to listen to my pleas to run, losing this battle for lucidity. I pull out anything, the ground, the sky, warping it into anything of my own agency. I don't recognize anything I see. I'm scared. I don't know where I am. Where am I? I'm at home. Doesn't that make me feel comfortable? Doesn't that make me feel self-assured? Especially when my other half is with me. Right? No. This is wrong. Something is terribly wrong. What's wrong? I don't know. 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 What was that? There's someone knocking at the flush entrance. Surely it's not Yowie-tron. He just invited himself in. He's gonna be already. He'll already be here. He's always here with me. Around me, next to me, inside me. I'm enveloped, suffocated. I can't stop. It won't stop. It's too late. But that doesn't matter, does it, Yowie-tron? I guess it doesn't, Yowie-tron. What the hell? Gotta take the edge off, silly head. Yeah, I'm getting too up in my own head, silly head. It's okay to get up in your head, though. My head? You want to get inside my head? When you say it like that, it sounds crazy. It just sounds so normal. I want to get inside more than just your head. Yowie-tron totally crawls on Yowie-tron. What the fuck? What the fuck? I think I need some ibuprofen. Hold on. Okay, so after that, I think I would like to, find somewhere that actually works. So, fuck it. Give me an option like this, I'm gonna have to pick it. I have a thought which brings me pause for a moment as I wonder if I should even verbalize it. Ah, Goofy, what's wrong? I was just thinking there's this nearby maid cafe there. I think they're opening job applications. Maid dresses? Oh my god, this is gonna be the cutest thing ever. Cute energy would be like combined into an unstoppable force. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be doing the majority of the workload in a force like that. What was that? Moving on. Let's just do it, alright? Then it's a day. Well, I guess this is happening. Whoever this is, I'm way too caught up in the motions of all this process. I don't have the worst feeling about it. Maybe overreacting a little bit to be hanging out with a weird tall cosplayer swing, even if he does seem insane. Oh well, don't exactly have many options here. Oh, this is just what was before. Oh, whoops. I'm not finding any website or anything for these guys. Maybe we should just go directly to the site and ask about it. Yes, little outing. I'm delighted. Yaoi turns out gets a little too excited and starts spinning around. What I can only assume is pure childlike glee. He's a little haphazard in his movements now, especially that middle arm, which... Did I get stabbed? Oh, what is this groggy? I just slept terribly. Bed feels quite hard, though kind of wooden. Picking it up and starting to itself on my side of... Rise and shine. It's so bright. What the hell? It's never this bright, huh? I'm not even paying my electricity bill half the time. Where am I? Who is this girl? Oh, sleepy. Don't you know it's already 1 p.m. Bright in case you never woke up. Then after just some spooky necromancy use, my side of this deal isn't for naught. Oh, so I didn't get stabbed. I got bludgeoned. Awesome. I love being pedantic. Oh, thank God. I probably wasn't actually dead. I wouldn't have to call the police on you. As I regain my composure, I take my chance to look around the room. It's furnished with a variety of odd pastel design choices, most notably a crude standee of a girl with a maid's dress propped up at the front. So let me get this straight. You and your partner would like to apply for a job, right? That's the gist, I think. Nice, let me just go get my manager then. She goes off at surprisingly nimble speeds. So, how'd you even carry me all the way over this place? Not that frail, am I? Well, if I can put it right, I'm certain I have the power to carry you, you know? Don't rub it in. So I didn't mean it in a sassy way. Is everything alright with you dudes? Oh, yeah, kinda. That's just great, because I got the manager right here. I glance around the room for a second with a confused look on my face, so my eyes trail downward to the sight of a cat rubbing up against my leg. Why is... This cat's face is displaced. What's wrong with it? Or at least it fulfilled the majority of the requirements of what a cat should look like. And yet something was ever so slightly off. Oh, yeah. Yep, something was unaligned about this whole ordeal. Oh, you have a cat? You don't just have a cat, dude. That's our owner right there. Now of agreement. Are cat bosses the norm nowadays? If so, I'm really gonna be able to get used to this earth. So big experience, but not as far as I'm a little bit more once you're properly signed up. Alright. Both sign their respective names on a document, which is surprisingly decorative. With huge stickers plastered around each corner in a very aesthetically pleasing manner. Oh, sick. First new guys. And I haven't even introduced myself, have I? My name is Feeder. Of course I work here. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm Lyndon's Yowie, you might have already know. Whoa, a lady. Never spoken to a real human girl before. Do you understand how sad that sentence just sound? Oh yeah, I reckon I'm not a girl. You're not? Yeah, no, louder you thought I was. This is a cross-dressing cafe. Didn't you see it written on the sign outside? That's fine. Oh, why is there such a weird niche gimmick shop set up here? It's the big city. Yeah, but it's like the impoverished part of the big city. Oh, okay. Wait, all this is unimportant. Okay, listen, Fruity. What's the deal with the cat? And I will too until the cat isn't technically a real store or anything. You see, the landlord's only let up set up business, and there are at least 2 people working it to show that there's some kind of infrastructure going on. They also told me I was stupid and gay. I didn't have anyone else to turn to, so just picked up a streak and now she's missed a bus. So you do, yeah. I was asking about their name, dumbass. I see. Maybe you should have been sure that you do have some kind of infrastructure going on so your business collapse. Maybe. I don't know. I guess this was the only idea on how to make a decent living on my own terms. It seemed like a good idea at the time. That's enough emotional exposition. I do not care anymore. Where are the cute outfits? Oh yeah, I have some in that. What the hell? Kind of like. I think he might actually need medical attention now. Well, I can't afford anything like that, so let's reprioritize for now. Wearing cute dress and all those some practice I gotta do first. First things first, customer etiquette. You can basically do whatever you want around them so long as it's cute. They'll usually go along with it. When any customers acting out of line, we have a pistol at the back. It's not loaded though, it's more for intimidation and stuff. Now that's the kind of thing I can get behind. A pistol? Yeah, a pistol. Same solution generally applies to like everything else too. Omelets, fire emergencies, you know. Has it ever worked? To be honest, who knows? I just know no one's crossed me since. What's all this noise? I think I blacked out. I was just explaining the ropes to Lynn. Lynn, do you think I should explain to Yawitron as well? I think he'd work with fine with that. Though Yawitron, can you speak to you privately for a second? I always can. Cool. Hey, from one guy to another, I'm sure how trustworthy this feeder guy is. I think he might, actually shoot us if we aren't careful. Oh no, that could kill you. I can't let you be harmed. I'm gonna break this wall as an escape to 543. I think it'll seriously kill us to do that thing. And we're legally contracted, so I think we just have to stand on our best behavior for now. Oh, I'm above the law, don't worry. What are you, a cop? You heard me? You're very loud. His facial expression suddenly and alarming remorse very obnoxiously. Oh my god, are you 12? I think we both know I'm 4,000 years older than you physically and mentally, buddy. Okay, actually, I didn't know that whatsoever. What the hell? You guys are funny. I think I'm gonna enjoy your company a lot. For that, I bet I got you two adjusted here by... Feeder hesitates for a second. By law, it's meant for that I do give you a rundown on how to use the equipment and all that junk. And so we do just that. It ends up taking a while, because apparently Yawitron has never actually heard of a coffee machine somehow. Shoot, which looks at time as 6 p.m. You guys should get going. Store opens tomorrow, gotta be well rested. Oh, so it is. Bye, I guess. Wait, why are you still here? Do you not have anywhere to stay? Well, we're boyfriends now, so we gotta live together. Are you sure you're not just saying that as an excuse to bunk? Do you even have a home? Never go, my scarab. Okay, well, good night, man, I guess. Too tired to care about you being here. What are you, doing? Are you intending on just, staring at me all night, or... Can you hear me? What? Be quiet, be quiet. Oh, sorry, I tend to sleep with these bad boys open. Is this that? Okay, whatever. Could you at least just not stare at me like that when I'm trying to sleep? Okay. I guess this works. Good night. I'm so ready. I'm ready for business. Do I look cute? Should I look cuter? You're up already? It's only 4 a.m. Yes, I'm totally way too excited right now. After significantly more time resting in bed on my end, we eventually head up to the cafe for our first day. Oh, we're totally gonna get shot. Yo. Oh, I'm high. I didn't expect you to see you here. Did you expect to see us at our workplace? So I just really didn't think you'd actually turn up. That's sort of a weird thing to assume. Of course we would. We are in as sticky of a situation as you, after all. Or at least I'm in a sticky situation. Yawitron is less so actually in a sticky situation, more so just walked in and lathered himself with glue, honey, and slime for goofs and laughs. Well, we are here and we're loud and we are La- proud, so, aprons, you girly ladio. Right on. We get changed to our respective frilly outfits. Not a. What the cut? What is this liquid? Is this ichor? Is it ichor? Is it ichor or echor? I think I pissed off a Greek god by assuming that. Whatever, I'm gonna just act normal. Well, I'm always doing. That's my please. Feeder pulls us to the entrance to investigate. For a second, I was rather confused. I couldn't see any customer in sight, but near close saw was by her feet. It's even weirder looking than the previous one. Oh my god, another cat day fucking saved. Customer is a worthwhile customer. I noticed Feeder briefly glancing at his arms to read something off of it. Hey little guy, you ready to maid your way in a world of cuteness? Is that seriously our slogan? Aw, but you should goddamn. Come here, you. Yowitron picks up the cat and holds it with pride. The cat seems less than enthused and picks a fight with Yowitron. The cat seems extremely wary of Yowitron as this aura is unpalatable somehow. Hey, aren't cats known to have the fifth sense for that kind of thing? Maybe I'll have better luck in this case. I'll try to approach the cat in less overbearing manner, as perchance will try to sneak up on it. The cat scuttled off the moment it saw me. No luck for me either. Looks like you're not so different after all. That's a bold thing for the only humanized glitter bag in the room to be saying. No slur. Would you like milk with your tea, or just milk mayhaps? Looking over to the other side of the room, Steve Feeder is totally absorbed in his cat roleplay. They just look so cute together, almost like an old married couple. They look like kitties. Astute observation. It's true though. The two cats seem to magnet to each other without a care in the world. I have a feeling this cat is only here to be a kind of species anomaly of a lovebird rather than a real customer. That sure isn't stopping Feeder though. I am slightly disheartened by how lonely this shop seems though. Wouldn't be surprised if this place shuts down in a week. Ding ding. Scratch that. I am sir, you ready to maid your way into a... Hello? New business having cropping up. Perfect time to notice morning coffee, huh? Alright sir, you ready to... Yo. The guy bellowed at such a decibel that even Feeder, absorbed the cat's galore, flicked his head towards the nose in confusion. It's the Doom music again. Who do you think you are, robbing this town with no shame? I'm, fucking go. I think I am. A guy from Normal Manson. Oh. Doesn't involve me in this. Better not be mocking me. Oh, of course, well, it's just a member of this flank, but you never said it was small business in need. Here, take my wallet. Right on. Go like couch. Okay. Good. What the fuck is up? This guy who's still Rudy. This is the kind of guy who would impersonate another person. I think he seems like a lot of things. And a malicious impersonator is absolutely one of them. I'm making coffee. That's crazy. Finished coffee. Oh, sir. The rest of the day passed very uneventfully. I figured I should come expecting as much. I never even saw so much as one person come here yesterday. Ooh, good day all around. I love cats. Yowitron, you want to hold on? I think Feeder will be closing up soon. Can I just stay a little longer? You're somehow still entertained by the cats at the several hours of aimlessly boarding around here. Regardless of how fond they are. Come on, though. Simple, can you just join in with me? I sigh, but decided to give him the time of day. Being cynical isn't getting me anywhere. The two cats are sunbathing on a decorative shelf, huddled against one another. Okay, listen closely. Listen close and listen. Loud and clear. We know the tricks to pretend that you're commentating a nature documentary for realsies. You watch nature documentaries? Of course. Who hasn't watched at least one? I'll take that. Yowitron turns away from you and looks totally detached from reality. He's just smiling and staring into space. What's going on in his alien mind? Earth to Yowitron? What? So I'm just a little confused. Am I supposed to be making my own commentary here? So I've got to share my commentary. Say it out loud from now on. Okay. Nature commentary begin. Get your hands in the fucking air and you value your life. What the... Yowitron, it's second that I don't even know what a documentary is. You can go now. Let's lock the store up. Guess we have lost track of time. Sorry about that. We wrap up the day and head back home. Yeah, this doesn't get any more natural to me. Even with this back, we still think I'm being watched as if he has eyes in the back of his head. Hey, Len, why are you so standoffish? I'm so nice to you. I give you Wi-Fi. No, you don't. Wrong. Check your phone. Begrudgingly open my phone despite only wanting to sleep at this hour. My phone is displaying 6 bars out of 5? How do I use this data plan? I fucking told you so. Rise and grind. But rise and grind. Let's go to work. Okay. And so to work we went. Hi, Feeder. Actually, can you try calling me Little Boss? I feel like this whole ownership thing is really growing on me. What? Okay. I'm not calling you that. Feeder stands in place of the pistol he's polishing above the counter down where both of us can see it. So what's the plan, Little Boss? I don't know. If we just can start by setting up the loud slam announces itself with pride from us behind the door. A strange, somewhat off-putting, and smarmy music enters the large presence. Alright, I'm here. What the hell? Big Boss? Where did you even find this guy? Prison? But I found him on YouTube first. Yeah, man. A coffee? Listen, buddy, I want to talk business. No, him. I guess. Heard of cryptocurrency? Asking. Nope, I'm not. No, I hate cryptocurrency. No, let's not discuss that. We have tons of time to ourselves. Do you want to play Uno or Pictionary? Or, what's Pictionary? It's a board game. What's a board game? It's a game you play, but like physically. Oh no, board card kid. Yamcha proceeds to drop kick me. Ow, fuck, God! Come at me, bro. That's not a fucking game, Yamcha. Don't do that. Jesus, sure it is. It's called roughhousing. I love roughhousing. That's fun for me. Be normal. Now I'm bored. Board game. A long and stale silence airs us between us for a few seconds, being unassumingly cut off by Yaoi-chan. Hey, what's wrong with this thing over there? That's my computer. I'm pretty sure it's broken because of you. Look, I've upset you. Maybe it's the fact that you just broken at least 3 of the bones in my body? You have bones? I suppose I didn't expect any to fit in your body. You're a little stick figure, after all. I don't point that out. I'm self-conscious about it, okay? Okay. So guess what? Ding ding ding. It arrived. What? Yaoi-chan pulls out a cartoon hammer and proceeds to do maintenance on my computer. By the end of his shenanigans, it seems as though it's fixed up. Well, maybe it's fixed. Maybe fixed is a misleading way to say it. It's certainly got new life in it, and by new life I mean a total aesthetic recall. It feels more like a circus attraction at this point. I guess this is a strange roundabout way of apologizing for breaking my stuff. I inspected a little closer to make sure it's still in functioning order. I can't believe it. I click a little more to test the function of the recall. Or it's like a charm. And that's about we celebrate the good old-fashioned game of Osu. Osu, kinda like cringe alert. Who are you to something cringe, Mr. IRL Sparkle Dog? That's not my name, dumbass. I'm just gonna boot up the game. I start playing Osu to Yaoi-chan's dismay. An hour passes by. A satisfying play session. My gameplay is very polished today. But someone hasn't played the game in half a decade anyway. I think Yaoi-chan is impressed with my gameplay too, just dribbling all over me by now. Like, kinda literally. Artistic rendition. Ew. I think I'm gonna go take a shower. Can I come with? Nope, way too soon. I guess I'll force my way in there then. You get out of here. Go run out dirt outside for pass the time. Okay. I'm surprised to see just how obedient he was despite trying to make moves on me just then. Maybe he's easier to keep under control than I thought. I guess I just have to know how to have him wrapped around my finger. Go take a long warm shower. Maybe the first in a long time. And let out the quiet atmosphere soaking after several very hectic days. Yeah, we're trying back. You come back now. Yeah, we're trying. Oh, he's lying on the floor. Wait, no, this is how he looks when he's sleeping. I guess he's out cold already. It's kind of cute. Feeling pretty tired as well. Lie on the mattress to his side and drift off to sleep. Rise and fucking grind. Can you not, my poor ears? We arrive at the maid cafe once again, seeming it to be pretty much as empty as ever. That finance bro, YouTuber, seems to be kind of just brooding the shadows to his side. He looks kind of uncharismatic, he's not actively putting on his face. Rise and grind, guys, sure. Why do you have an issue with this? He's my boss. Okay. Well, I think see how it is. Succeed. I have a dog. Maybe you have 2 cats that show. Cat. Yeah, I thought so. Guess not show then. Now it's done. Okay, well, give it a spin, little man. Me? Yes, of course you. Yes, I will pet the quote-unquote dog. I pet the dog. That's off the checklist. What is this guy on about? Storable wings magically distract me from the nonsense in front of me. The woman who has stepped foot into the store. She seems to be a girl creature of sorts. Supposed to be elusive Fujasi. She briefly glances at Yaoi-chan with their nonchalance. Even still, I think her stare could pierce steel. Okay, this girl again. These two know each other? This is one of those cross-dressing cafes, right? She went around and made her way to a world of cuteness. So we need to change that slogan so bad. No way, I was saying it's too integrated or brand new. And Big Boss said enforcing brand image is imperative to our success. We've only said it like 2 times. To be honest, I just echolocated Yaoi-chan because I was bored and wanted to know what he was up to. Kind of based to see him dress like fuck. Anyways, what's good? I'll just stick around. Want to learn anything in the meantime? You got any blood coffee? What? Black coffee. Of course, Yaoi-chan, get on it. Okie dokie. About an hour passes in the cafe without any business. The Yaoi-chan character seems to be totally content doing absolutely nothing, just chilling out here, like she has truly nothing better to do. Just using our cafe as a means to smoke indoors. Kind of makes you think we should have sat her at a window seat so we could service this free advertising for passerbys. The monotony is broken again as was another customer arrives at the door. Hi. Yet another colorful character. How many of these types of people I'm gonna end up seeing this one? This one seems to be more creature than girl. Well, I'm staring too. Well, I imagine anyone would have how she looks. Your coffee is ready. I literally do not give a fuck. Everyone cut the cameras as a girl. Ow, my feelings. You ready to... No, stop it. Hey, just for a second customer of the day. Only your second customer the whole day at the time. You must be struggling the whole load. Well, I would never find any harm in being a seat warmer for your devious establishment here if that'll help. Seat warmers feels a little demeaning. Ahem. What my friendly coworker was trying to say that we'd be super down for you to warm up to any of our seats any day. Come on over. We sit here from one of the vacant chairs, this time much closer to the window. Hey there, I'm Lesbian. Who are you? Your name is Lesbian? Is there something wrong with that? Oh, no. I support, like, women and stuff. Why am I always so bad at talking to girls? I'm literally gay! Anyways, I'm Lynn. Well, it's good to meet ya. Lesbian glanced to the other side of the room. Well, she's a cutie, isn't she? Maybe? I want to talk to her, but I'm so nervous. Whenever pretending when Yuri-chan calls my attention again. What's her name? What? What's her name? Lesbian. Wow, based. I love Yuri, by the way. I would have never guessed from your name. Listen, I have a devious plan cooking. A plan for girls' love. Make me one of those gay-ass made cafe omelets and I'll share it with her. Waiter, I need something. Coming. Lesbian seems to be fumbling around and fidgeting as I approach. I'm not sure how, but could you bring my table closer to hers? You can't just get up and sit next to her. I'm just too nervous for that. Then I guess we can do that, yeah. We try to sort of inconspicuously push Lesbian's table towards Yuri-chan's. I think she notices, but pretended not to because it wasn't her interest for such a thing to happen. Baked your omelet, but I eated it. Make another omelet, goddammit. I baked your omelet. Oh wow, looks like I have an omelet, but it's like only one omelet, so I have. You wanna share the For Yuri-chan, she's not exactly boasting with Chris. I just noticed she's like sweating bullets. Oh god. Of course, I'd be flattered if you wanted to share. To share an omelet. Heartwarming. Now, can I tell you something? Is the confession already happening? Of course you can. I want to suck your blood and eat you alive and kill ourselves together. That's hot. Can we kiss? Yes, bro. Okay. They embrace each other dramatically and passionately kiss. Everyone cheers. I think fireworks buffed is beautiful. They got the feeling they were more interested in each other than us. Like, are we supposed to be the main attracting cute boys dressing up all cute? What's even the point of that gimmick if all the customers stuff I don't even care for it? Yeah, but no one should interrupt the sanctity of God, love, or Yuri. I guess so. I think I'm falling for you. Want to ride up into the sunset on my cool motorcycle? Yes. The two leave the cafe hand in hand. Well, that just happened. Hey, dude, love is love and all. We could have that, but you're playing. Okay. So you want to just close up for the day? But it's only 2 p.m. Wow, yes, you're so much nicer than my previous boss, you know? I think I love you. What did you say? Nothing. Let's just go home, Yowie-chan. So, like, I've had any customers before me for the whole extortionate dating service thing? Of course. How are they, like, doing now? Oh, they're all dead. Oh, quite passionate with my grift, actually. It really feels like I was made to do this. You certainly look the part to be ready for the job, at least. The only other thing I could possibly imagine you doing is circus work. And I mean that as a backhanded insult to clarify. I kind of just can't judge you, though, regardless of the moral gray area of your profession. Oh, am I finally gaining your respect? Just that it's a step up for me, at least. Nothing I can do feels like I was exactly made for it. Maybe I can be your true passion. That's not a real passion. Geez, okay, hurt. But if you do only do this work in such a commercial fashion, am I really special to you? Well, to be fair, this has been the longest decline of mine has gone without dying, in any form of the word. So there must be some significance to you about that. I should not find that as sweet as I do. My standards are just terrible. I've been waiting for so long to not say this in a forced context, but the bar is so low Satan hangs his laundry on it. Thanks. I think putting people in lifelong debt might be kind of deeply messed up, though. Blameless system, not low worker. Well, if you really are the god of a vaguely pornographic niche, you do fail to see how you don't have at least some ties to capitalism, or at least that's what I'm assuming you are. You're like the god of yaoi, right? Maybe I do have ties to the capitalist regime, but that won't get in the way of our laws, right? I don't know how to respond to that. Are you gonna at least say that you love me just once? You're not gonna like gorge my eyeballs out with a spoon if I don't, right? Legally obligated to say no? I guess I love you then. Oh, it's just been like 3 days. I haven't even figured out how to feel about you yet when this has all gone down in such a short time frame. And just if you want something this year, give it time, okay? Okay. Immediately, okay, well, immediately something looks off heading into the cafe. All of the chairs are positioned in one direction in rows, and most of the area of the cafe is vacant, seemingly intentionally so. Hey, Lynn, Yowitron, is it cool if we head over to my place for today? What? Why? I don't really have the budget to cover the store space for now. I need to figure out a business strategy. But how are we going to cover the cost for today if we aren't even working? It's chill. I let some kind folks rent out the space for today for the event to cover the costs. Are you allowed to do that? Quick, gotta scoot out here. They're coming. I'll explain everything later. So, you're gonna explain to us what's going on now? Let's say this intervention is kind of in regards to our financial situation. Yeah, I could already infer that much. Yeah, we only have gotten 3 customers in the past 2 days, and I've been pouring all my expense to this financial course thing. So, and rent from all those customers come out, we have about 580 each. Oh my god, I'm never paying my rent. It's so over. Hey, chill. Let's just go over the alternatives we'll here. Let's figure something out. I use this time to adjust a feeder's room. I admit, despite working alongside him, a lot I don't know about them. The walls are joined with I can only use them are airsoft guns. The floor is covered and closed. The real estate of his desk is 80% taken up by nerdy merchandise and the cheap laptop in the middle of it all. In spite of his acute interest in novelties, something as cutesy and quaint as a maid cafe, it's a distinctly boyish room in many respects. As he beckons us to huddle around his laptop, I managed to get a glance at the contents of his screen, too. He has possibly too many tabs open. Many which seem to be of various foreign pages, others miscellaneous. One just want to select for a brief moment before he clicks off. Seemed to be a video portraying a specific type of meme humor that's just about 8 years too outdated, at least by my perspective. I don't dwell on it too hard by the time that he opens up a new search tab. So what do you guys want me to search? How about how to revive a failing business or something? He searches as requested. The first result of notice video, how to revive your failing cross-dressing maid cafe business. Wow, that is shockingly to the point. Guess we have no choice but to check it out. No. Okay, well not. Feeder shuts off the computer. I have too much pride to make a femboy Hooters. Well, that was stupid. Damn right it's stupid. What kind of video even is that? Well, even if it's stupid, it might be right. What are we even supposed to do now? Wait, I have an idea. Let's turn the whole darn thing into a yaoi cafe. Wait, yeah, isn't that literally your specialty? Why didn't we think of that sooner? Yeah, we can sloppily make out in front of people. You mean us? Well, it's settled. Is it? Come on, don't be a sissy, Lynn. You're the cross-dressing room, you're calling me a sissy? Yeah, I learned that from the kids who bullied me back in high school. Stop trauma dumping, I want to make out with men. Great enthusiasm is there, let's get back in there, gang. We all march back into the store in unison, full of energy to take in stride, to change the store for the better. We're so back. We're so back. We're so back. Do your back. Oh, go to hell. Yeah, dude, get out of here. Bye. Okay, Lynn, time to do some voice kissing. I'm okay. We position ourselves on a sofa in the middle of the cafe and start to orient ourselves suggestively. Yaoitron places himself on top of me and attempts to initiate a French kiss of sorts. Why are the insides of his mouth so textured, lumpy? Is that some voice kissing in there? Wow, I'm a big fan. Did you think we pin each other to the walls and stuff? Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? I think my nose is bleeding. Whoa, what's going on? It seems like my kind of thing. Is that a hot guy? Hey, customer. Fix it. Yeah, that's the most work I've done in one day since I can remember. Yeah, Richon? Yeah. You know, it's okay if you don't want to, like, scooch over with me. You don't actually have to just sit on the side of my bed like a dog all night. Okay. Damn, he's so close. Now we just spent all day doing homoerotic theatrics, but this time it feels intimate. Maybe it's the fact that it's just me and him. You finally opened after me now. Took me long enough. So, do you have any cute little secrets to share? Secrets. I kind of like watching mukbang videos sometimes. I haven't shared that with anyone before, okay? Why though? Just because, I don't know, don't really get company often. I decided to have a surrogate for my social life. Especially when we work heavy working nocturnally. There's never anyone to eat with you in those late hours. Whole time even lonely? When you say it like that, it sounds kind of sad. But now that you mention it, I guess for the last few years I just haven't been absorbing myself in my work to ignore that I don't have actually anyone that close to me. Don't worry, Bubbo, I can be here for you now. Yaoitron inches a little closer and grips his fingers between mine. In turn, I instinctively pull my hand to caress his head. I even like intently watch you eat for you. Thanks? So you have any cute little secrets of your own? I mentioned it before, but I don't think I've showed anyone. Showed them what? My missing eye. Or lack thereof. Yaoitron pulls up his hair to read a gaping hole position on his forehead. I get a little startled how grotesque it looks. Jesus, does it look painful. This is why you wanted my eye? Yeah. I had one before, but I lost one of my most recent battles. When you're fighting, you end up losing and obtaining lots of parts as you go along. So that's why you look like that. Wait, who the hell are you fighting? I don't know, demons and shit. Damn, I'm always fighting my demons too, bro. Real. So, now that we've gotten all personal with each other, we're like, do it? Damn. Well, we're already in this deep, I guess. I guess let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Hospital. This is awkward. Hey, Abertron? Yeah? Back there when we were, why did you have so many, veins? Well, it's part of my sex appeal. No, Yaoitron, they were pulsating all over your body. There was, literally a cartoonish gaping hole where your heart should have been, too. How long has it, been like that? Well, I don't know. I don't remember it being there in the first place. Also, why do you have a fucking dick? Wait, you're supposed to have a wiener? You didn't know that? Some gaudy yaoi you are. I only read Stopcourt Student's censored manual. I didn't know. That's why I opted for a blinding golden light in my crotch instead. Yeah, I think I need surgery on my eyes, too, after that. I don't know what a boy looks like. I feel weird. I haven't even read much yaoi lately at all. I feel sick. I'll get off track what was really important to me. Hey man, for what? That's it. I'm gonna go on a quest to become true yaoi. I mean, you don't really need to do that. Yaoitron, linear your tweens upward. God damn it, Yaoitron, you can't just leave like that. Where did the other patient go? He just left. I don't think a patient allows you just up and leave like that one critical condition. Let's see if we can find him outside. Are you gonna be driving? Yeah. Can you take me with you? I don't think I'm allowed to do that, considering you yourself are also hospitalized. But I'm the only one who can talk him out of this, I'm sure of it. Okay, well, I don't think that changes the rules. You gotta trust me on this. It's not like I don't want a treatment or anything. Most people wouldn't be in favor of having every bone in their body broken. Fine, so long as you get him back here safe and finally. No messing around. You won't regret this. Finally, real adventure. What? What? So, the nurse wheels me into the ambulance, and she drives around the area looking for any neon figure in fight. I'm lying down in the back of the ambulance, of course, so I have no spatial awareness of the outside world. It's extremely disorienting. I do trust that, I do trust that anyone with even moderately good eyesight would be able to spot this guy at night, so I'm hoping this car journey will be pretty brief. Indeed, the van halts not too long after it's parted. A wheel outside it could congregate with the Awitron. We find him brooding on the rooftops all emo-like. I must rip the inner shell from below. Dude, you need to listen to me. Listen, I know you're like a yaoi fucking Tron. There's necessarily mean you have to fix him perfect to act type of masculine or yaoi, I guess. I mean, look at me. I'm a little stick figure soy boy. And you never thought of me as less of a man to seduce. I know, but I still feel so weird about it. Only at a third, I would really understand me to be a boy, like an extraterrestrial level. Listen, yaoi Tron, maybe missing isn't a third eye. If this is gonna sound any little cheesy, but like, what if you were really missing his heart? Though. I do have a heart, though, just in how. What? Okay, well, literalism aside, I ask that you just go along with the metaphor for a second. The point is that I think I've been a little insincere this whole time. Even in my heart. Yaoi core. Dude, there's nothing more like yaoi core than straight up loving another guy, right? You're right. Let's go home, alright, buddy? Okay. Yaoi-tron floats down to ground level, taking my hand in his as we walk back home. Maybe guys still need to come back, but he's still in critical condition. Hey. Jeez, you guys are late. It's fine. You have a lot of fans waiting, you know. The room is bustling with a variety of folks, all seated and watching us expectantly. It's like what a real contrast from the initial state of this place, huh? Tell me about it. If they aren't gonna stick with you, guys don't play your part. Yeah, come on, Yaoi-chan. By the way, guys, you should come by and pay out for the week. Well, what the? This is already almost enough to pay for rent this month. Yeah, pay distributes nicely when it's only the three of us. Especially considering our success the last couple of days. Great job, guys. Sounds like better time for celebration, eh? Yaoi-chan, whatever you say, sweaty. Okay, so we grab some chilled convenience store beer and settle ourselves on the sidewalk by the river. Well, I don't want to say anything prematurely, but I kind of feel like we figured everything out, huh? Both ends of our deal, too. Has everything really been figured out? Does it not feel that way? Do you really think it'll be okay even if I don't fill it up? Well, does it hurt? Something does make me feel funny when I get excited. I'm not sure if that's the can of worms we need to open up right now. I guess it's just I couldn't feel as strong as I didn't have it. Yaoi-chan, you're already the strongest person I've ever without a fancy all-seeing third eye. Really? Yes, literally. You're terrifying. Dang. It was kind of my main ambition I had going for me the last hot second, so I don't know what to do now. Hey, maybe next ambition could be working towards having a life with me. If you want to, of course. I know you've hopped between a lot of deceased exes, but saying that'd be nice, you know? Actually, it does sound nice. Can we kiss? Of course. Wow. That was actually kind of wholesome. Although I could have spent that hour I spent filming this stupid visual novel doing something far more productive. So, I guess that's it. Wow, I need to take a nice long cold shower.